That's right, everyone. Welcome to the world first Hashinshin chatting with stream extravaganza. That's right. It's the Hashinshin chatting with stream extravaganza power hour. Yep. And that's it. Just Hashinshin good feels, vibes, and streams power hour. Honestly, I am I doing today? Oh, we're doing great today, buddy. We're doing absolutely just fantastic a Rooney. We're doing absolutely amazing horrific. Hi, white-haired devil from China. Have I played games from Super Giant Games? I have not. Hey, Hash, hey, chat. I was just watching the ISS spacewalk. I was not. Have I played Command and Conquer games before? I have. So what are we playing? What are we doing? Well, we could play or we could not play. It all depends on you. Or it doesn't depend on you. Who knows? Where's Kitty? She's sleeping somewhere. Do I think Aatrox is coming back with good buffs? I mean, yeah, that would make anyone come back. Please knock on the coffin lid on stream. What does that even mean? Let's go ahead and just close this bitch, actually. Would I play Paris? No. I don't know what that even means, dude. As a warband mod? Well, I don't know. Can I check out what find match button is doing? Aw, oh, damn, dude, the game died. Aw, oh, darn it. Am I working on the vid showing the Foy docs? No. No, I'm really not. Play a pirated version of Warcraft 3? Are you even allowed to do that anymore? I don't think you are. Do you think Rad should buff Aatrox in the late game? I mean, it couldn't hurt. Think Aatrox is playable? Not really, no. Play chess with chat? I don't want to. What about some furry Fortnite? I am not a furry. You scoundrel. You rapscallion. Can I play some horror games? No, I get an anxiety with horror games. I'm not so good with the horror aspect, you know what I mean? Doesn't tend to work out for me. Balloons? Nah, 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 nah. Thoughts on Bloons Tower Defense 4? That sounds like a shitty version of Bloons Tower Defense 6. I play 6, right? Yeah, I think I do. Base Station 13? Dude, I'm gonna play Space Station. Shut the fuck up. Winner me. Chicken dinner, baby. What do you think about Darius? Dude, I haven't fought Darius in so long. I'm gonna be straight honest with you. I've not fought that champion in so long. We should play Undertale? No, I got bad memories of Undertale. Play Hearthstone. Why in God's name would I play Hearthstone, my dude? Hearthstone? Are you kidding me? Kingdom Rush? I don't know what that is. Kingdom Rush? Undertale is lame. It's not lame. I just have bad memories of it. I'm not gonna go play it. You know what I mean? Lisa the Painful? Dude, I'm about to make Lisa the Painful on you if you keep asking. No, I know you weren't asking a lot. I just wanted to make that joke. Have I played any old SNES games? Yes, dude. I'm 31 years old. Ash, you in to play some obscure cult classics from ye olden times? Can I say yes and then just not? Have I tried Dead Cells? No. Have I played Hearts of Iron 4? Oh yeah, that's a great way to lose every fucking viewer. Play Hearts of Iron. Yeah, that'll go well. Rise of Nations? Rise of this dick. Have I played Stellaris? Yeah. Kingdom Rush is a tower defense? Tower defense this dick. Play Genshin? How about some Shinshin Impact, bitch? Hades? Hades nuts, dude. Minecraft? More like... shut up. Final Fantasy 14? 14 inches is what I'm about to give you, my dude. Binding of Isaac? Dude, it's about to be binding these nuts on your face. What about some weather news? How about whether or not these nuts, dude? Here's a Might and Magic 3. How about here's a Might and Magic 3 on your face, dude? I'm gonna be right back. I'm getting my food. Alright, I got my food. Chat, I promise you this. Chat, I promise you guys this. Hey, what the? Hey, shut the fuck up, Chat. Stop trying to betray me for the chair. Look, the more you guys suggest games, the more I'm just gonna keep saying these nuts with every game title, okay? Chat was saying you're a bully? Yeah, thank you, dude. Thank you for snitching on chat. You get 50 snitch dollars. Everyone else? Well, let's just say you get cremated. Bannerlord? Bannerlord, these nuts. Harry Potter PS1? Dude, how about my hairy dick with these nuts? Awesome nuts? Dude, you're gonna feel awesome with these nuts. Space Station 13? Space Station 13 of these nuts. I said weather news, and you said these nuts. Dude, I got some news. Whether these nuts are gonna fit or not. Like guilty gear? You're gonna feel guilty when these nuts, dude. Darkwood? Darkwood is what they call it when these nuts in the dark. Firewatch? That's what they call it when these nuts give you an STD. I'll get water. I'll be right back. Like paladins? You'd be a real paladin, these nuts. Get it. Like, you guys know I'm just gonna keep saying these nuts. Like you guys know it, right? But you just keep suggesting games anyway. So I don't get it. Like what are you expecting? Because I'm just keep saying it. It's just gonna keep happening. What kind of nuts? These nuts. Zoo World? Dude, Zoo World, these nuts are out of this world. All right, let's watch a video. This video.
Welcome back to another episode of
A Stage of History.
The show about troubled game developments eternally retold. Bandai Namco is one of those publishers that we don't discuss as much as your EAs, your Bethesdas, or your Capcoms. But that's not because they don't have their own fair share of mistakes, it's just that they developed 2004's Breakdown. For which I will always give them tons of slack. Ah! What is this? What is Breakdown? What I can't give them a lot of slack over is 2012 Soul Calibur 5, one of
What was wrong with that game?
Divisive entry in the weapon-based fighting franchise.
Was it?
It has the dubious distinction of causing the longest gap in between sequels, which were coming out at a steady clip all throughout the mid-90s and early 2000s. Apparently, Namco needed a lot of convincing to revive the series after 5's tepid critical and even tepider commercial response. Now, there's a variety of reasons for this, least of all the cursed video game year that was 2012. Which will have and has had a disproportionate amount of representation on this very show.
Oh, come on, you're gonna tell me Mass Effect 3 was a terrible game? Come on.
It suffered from a number of setbacks and unfortunate decisions that caused it to appear on our stage today. So grab your katana, axe, or pulsating eyeball sword, because it's time to find out what happened to Soul Calibur 5.
And chat, make sure to grab these nuts.
Namco's documentary-style, historically accurate fighting game series
Soul Calibur
is an action game which is based on Japanese history.
What?
The stages of the game will also be based on famous battles which actually took place in ancient Japan.
always played second fiddle to the mighty Tekken, but that didn't mean it wasn't just as good or didn't have some blockbusting important releases.
You did play second
While
fiddle?
Soul Blade and or Edge was solid, it wasn't until Soul Calibur, its sequel, where the franchise hit it big,
Oh,
especially
well,
on the
okay, yeah,
Dreamcast with the version.
But hold on, how can you say it always played second fiddle with one game? What? How does that work? It always played second fiddle on the first game until the second game, and then it didn't. Now, how does it always play second fiddle? It sounds like it just played second fiddle one time, right? Second fiddle these nuts.
That improved upon the arcade original in just about every way. This trend continued with Soul Calibur 2, adding Link, Heihachi, and well-known Xbox spokesperson Spawn to the lineup. Oh, and
Yeah, that one was a bit weird, not gonna lie. They added here, let me go back so I can show you guys. Like, yeah, you can see they added Link for Nintendo,
Link, Heihachi,
and then Heihachi for Sony,
and well-known Xbox
and then Xbox got Spawn. It got Spawn. Big Xbox character Spawn.
spokesperson Spawn to
Yeah,
the lineup.
that's what they're joking
and,
about.
Necrid too, I guess. The series then hobbled around on wobbly legs for some time, culminating in the memorable but often forgotten Soul Calibur Cross Star Wars saga that I sometimes think was a fever dream. Following that and the PSP exclusive Broken Destiny, oh my god, I forgot that Kratos was in that. Namco's Soul Calibur team, which will henceforth be known as Project Soul, were eventually
They did do that. They did add Yoda and Darth Vader to Soul Calibur, and it was like, okay.
eventually tasked with making a new major entry. But after a variety of very similar releases, there was a desire to do something different and to push the series forward. Now, when you're talking about fighting games and pushing forward, well, that could mean a lot of things. Layering in new mechanics, adding different modes, and obviously designing new characters. But one of the riskiest things you can do is the dreaded time jump. When you decide to pull a Shippuden, you're gonna have one of two outcomes: Tekken 3 or Street Fighter 3 New Generation. Now, to
Okay, now, did anyone, I mean,
clarify/remind you, New Generation was a disaster for Capcom. I'll get to it one day. Whereas Tekken 3 remains the most successful Iron Fist tournament of all time. What do these two threequels have in common? That's right, time jumps. Soul Calibur 5 did much the same, jumping the narrative forward 17 years and getting rid of fan-favorite characters for no particular reason other than to shake things up, I guess.
and then they did this weird thing, right, where they got rid of Taki, and then they brought Taki back, but then they had Taki, like, her fucking, like, daughter or something. And then they did that weird thing Japan always does, where the daughter is like 16, but is like sexualized as shit.
Yes. As for which side of the coin this time jump
I don't
landed
remember.
on, success or failure? Well, it's on this show, so take a guess. Now, most developers know that if you're going to take out beloved characters, in this case, Seongmina, Taki, Talum, Sophidia, Killick in moveset form, and even Zasalamel, which made no sense, because he's literally immortal, you have to make up for those absences in some other way. Therefore, I present to you some other way.
I was not a fan of Zasalamel being removed. That was I liked him.
Nasalier, uncooler characters then popped up to fill those holes in the roster.
That's true. Most of them were just the less cool version of the main character. If there's one thing that is very true, is that they basically made less cool versions of the main characters, yeah.
Complete with many of the same moves and, to crib a line, functions. The problem was that Patrolocus, Fira, Zeba, and Natsu weren't exactly warmly received by veteran fans. It's a little weird to want to do something different, but then just kind of do the same thing anyway.
Yeah.
Like, why not just make 100% brand new characters? Well, they did. All two of them. Zwei and Viola, both featuring new movesets and weapons, were great additions. However, it's these two that were positioned as the new main characters, with all events centering around them. Why was that a problem, you ask? Well,
These are malfested. They're not even human. They're demons that have sold their souls to the devil.
Don't worry, I'll go with you. So you just follow me and no arguing, okay? Just do what I tell you to do. Yes, thank you.
What's worse is that these two newcomers still managed to gobble up 4 slots on the character select screen. Let me introduce you to the Omega and Alpha variants that nobody asked for. While Soul Calibur does have a habit of featuring clones and recycled movesets as new characters, this was particularly egregious. As for the rest of the roster, well, despite the game taking place 17 years in the future, it didn't seem to actually affect the returning cast in any interesting way, with characters like Ivy, Mitsurugi, and Maxi looking almost identical.
Yeah, that was the weirdest thing, too, is that they aged up the characters, but, like, the male characters actually kind of looked aged up, but the female characters did not at all. Now, look, I understand Soul Calibur has always been an extremely over-sexualized game, but it was just weird that, like, you had, like, fucking Taki's daughter and Taki, and they looked like they were, like, maybe 5 years apart.
Entries, even though they should all be.
I don't know if it was her daughter. I don't remember.
By this time.
Yeah,
no
yeah.
Big changes to their movesets or weapons, no grizzled new designs, just the same characters.
Yeah.
really makes you wonder why they even bothered with the time
Exactly.
jump at all. Because the entire idea of centering everything around these new waffles and cutting out other characters at random with no justification were decisions that Project Soul made on their own. SC5's two directors, Daishi Odashima and Haruki Suzaki, were probably put in an unenviable position here because no matter what you do, a percentage of fans will always be pissed with your roster choices. But out of all the fighting games I've covered on this show, and there have been a lot, Soul Calibur 5 handled
No game is blatantly more sexualized than League. Are you shitting me? Dude, Soul Calibur makes League look like a fucking nun game for nuns. Come on. Did you see Natsu? Next time Natsu comes up, I'll show you guys. Because, like, holy fucking shit, my dude.
this the worst.
Did you see Natsu?
This the worst.
This is what she wears. Yes, that's a camel toe. Are you shitting me? She even wears like the little fucking belt so her giant fucking double D boobs get to like show out through her skin tight bodysuit.
Unfortunately, this was the least of the game's problems though. See, Namco's teams were very busy around this time, not only with games in general, but fighting games specifically, putting the bulk of their effort into Tekken Tag Tournament 2, which unfortunately had its own set of issues, but also took a lot of manpower away from Project Soul. Perennial sunglassed
Imagine every character in League was as sexualized as Evelyn, and you would get half as far as you would to Soul Calibur, because part of the thing about Soul Calibur is some of the characters are so revealing and sexualized that like you have to make like it's like they went so far into sexualization that they started to like pull it back and make like sexualized unsexualized characters, if that makes any sense. So then you ended up having like super, like they weren't like revealing, but it was like super sexualized anyway. They'd wear like a short like flimsy skirt that like on every ability would like the skirt would like flip up, and I'm not making that up. That's the thing. I'm not making that up. They'd put them in like a skirt, but like all their kicks, they'd do like a little like a dainty like an kick, and it would always like flip the skirt up on
badass Katsuhiro Harada.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up and sit the head down!
Who had co-directed Soul Calibur 4, wasn't on hand to help, obviously, as Tekken was his priority. This left Soul Calibur in a bad way right from the start, with many of the game's loftier ambitions, especially story content, having to be cut and scaled back to make the game's early 2012 release date. For those that don't remember,
I'm not wrong, because that's actually what happened.
It was criminally short, underbaked, and was pretty damn rough in terms of production value. And even with that said, they barely had any time to work on it themselves. Cutscene production.
You know what's funny? What's funny is you guys, like after I made that comment, you guys have gone on to mention like 2 different female characters they did that with, because you guys can't even remember which one I'm talking about.
Was therefore farmed out to CyberConnect to get it all done, and considering how brief it all was, that's messed up. This is the mode that revolves around the
Whoa, 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 whoa. Are you trying to tell me Dead or Alive was a sexualized game? Come on, it was not sexualized at all. This is a normal fighting game. This is a fighting game.
with nary a Mitsurugi scruff or Ivy curve to be seen. The original idea that Project Soul wanted, however, was for the game to have you cycle through several different playable characters, but because of what's known as AAA game development, the team were forced to make what they could with what they had.
Now, to be fair, okay, they also, okay, can we actually talk about this for a second? Because this is one thing that's always bugged the shit out of me. Do you guys remember that really shitty Samus game where they kind of just sexualized Samus and she just became like really submissive and weak in her own game, and everyone was like, why did you guys butcher Samus? What the fuck? Why would you do that to Samus? Okay, the studio who made that game was Team Ninja. who made Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball, the game this game. They made this game. I probably can't even show this shit without getting demonetized. They made fucking this game. They made Ninja Gaiden, which, okay, I love Ninja Gaiden. Okay? But let's be honest, the female cast in Ninja Gaiden, their cutscenes are basically rating how fuckable they are. Okay? So they gave Samus to that studio. What did they think was gonna happen?
Had. Odashima even confirmed in interviews there was a ton of planned work that had to be scrapped in the end. Our first plan in the storyboards was that every character was going to have their own story, and we actually have that material in our studio, but time-wise, manpower-wise, we weren't able to do it, and only 1/4 of what we planned to do is in the game. Actually, some of those voiceovers were even recorded but never used, and we
old Metroid games was Samus get naked. No, she didn't get naked. She got in her bikini or whatever after the game. And yeah, whatever, fine. But guys, what you don't realize about Other M, they turned Samus into the same characters they did in all their games. A really submissive, weak female character who needs a man to come save her, which isn't great, but when that's in like a Ninja Gaiden game, it's not so bad. When it's the main fucking character that everyone loves for being a strong female lead, probably doesn't go over too well.
Want to make use of that somehow, but right now, we're not sure we will. Now, he's just referring to the game's main story mode, mind you, that has cutscenes and the like, and not, say, the standard arcade mode most fighting games ship with. I bring this up because the arcade mode also lacks any sort of ending for any character. It just cuts to a results screen. That's how bare bones Soul Calibur 5 was. When you don't even have time to make Mortal Kombat Armageddon levels of endings.
With the ability to become anyone, Meat lost his sense of identity and disappeared into obscurity.
What?
That's when you know your publisher was rushing you. With all this de-emphasis on story content, Namco then decided to pivot slightly and try to position Soul Calibur.
Yeah, wait, didn't Soul Calibur 3 and 4 actually have a decent story mode? So Soul Calibur 5 having a shit one, particularly for that day and age when Mortal Kombat came out, and Mortal Kombat shit on everyone's face with story modes, right? So then they regressed and had a worse story mode after having one of the best ones for the time. Huh.
Calibur 5 as a more esports focused game, something the franchise hadn't really embraced before, but I guess they needed to aspire to something. Therefore, the game's overall speed was increased, comeback mechanics were expanded, and bugs and exploits from previous games, especially Soul Calibur 3, were also fixed and refined, although some players bemoan the changes to guard impact and the fact that movement options were now more unsafe. Overall though, these changes were met with positivity, especially the increased speed, making the game feel much snappier and more aggressive than its predecessor. Despite all that, the game never made much headway in the esports space. Shocker there. All of these issues, the understaffed team, the cut content, and the
Okay, I think we can finish with that one, right? Can we find like Metroid Other M? Can we find like ever what happened? Do you guys want to watch that? They go into it briefly, but yeah, basically Team Ninja was not the studio to give this to at all.
In 2003, shortly after the release of Metroid Fusion, longtime series shepherd Yoshio Sakamoto said in an interview, "If I can, I want this series to keep going. From here on out, I think I want to develop Samus as a character. I might
Oh my
also
God.
want to create a story going back to the past of
Oh my god.
Samus."
Oh my god.
Hey, it's me, Matthew, your
Hey,
husky
Shibuti, how
host
you
for
doing?
Another episode of What Happened, which today is being made possible by Flophouse VIP Big Boss Ian, who have long negatives, disastrous engine switches, or just simple hot jars of moldy mayonnaise masquerading as people. When it comes to Metroid Other M, though, things get a lot more simple, like a lot more direct, but nevertheless, it still carries that distinct waft of what the hell happened. So make sure you have the proper authorization from your commanding officer, because we're
Okay, so let me tell you guys here, okay? Let me explain this for you guys. For you guys who might not be as old as I am and might not really know the story here. So, Samus historically has been an extremely strong female lead who the fact that she's female isn't important to the character, okay? Is she female? Yes. Is it important? No, not really. Or ever. It's not something that's important at all. In fact, she's just female. She just happens to be a space marine, and she had so I'm trying to move my mic in a good position here. She had a really popular game on the Nintendo. She had a super popular game even to this day that basically set the standard for the genre on the Super Nintendo, and she was just a female character. In fact, a lot of people didn't even know she was female. And for those of you who in the modern day look at Zero Suit Samus, and Samus is the super hot blonde chick who's extremely sexualized, well, that stuff is more modern. Back at the time, she was just badass bounty hunter Samus. Okay? So that's how everyone viewed her. She was a very prominent sci-fi, strong female lead, and she kind of like, as people will always go back to and be like, nah, but in the old games, in the victory screen, she was out of her suit and she was hot and she was in a battle bikini. Okay, yes, she had there was like literally a single fucking picture after you won the game of her like hanging out in I'll call it not it's like a battle bikini, but it wasn't really like, it wasn't that revealing. I don't know if I can even find the picture, but anyway, so the whole Zero Suit Samus thing, the whole big boob Samus hypersexualized skin tone, that was like one picture at the end of the fucking game. Okay? For the majority of the game, and for how most people would be, you didn't really know she was a girl, nor was it relevant to the plot. She was basically a silent protagonist, strong female character. Okay, so think about that going into this. Okay, for those of you, so think like who's the girl from Alien? You know, the female, the strong female lead from Alien, right? Anybody? Elin Ripley? Did I do that right? I think so. So think her. Well, shit, if you guys know her, you're probably as old as me. Fuck. Anyway, so just think of it from that way. So think about like a Master Chief. Yeah, think about that. Think Master Chief or Doom Guy. That was generally where she was, story-wise, content-wise. Yes, there was like a single fucking picture of her hanging out after the game. Let me look this up. Samus Super Metroid ending art. Oh, let me look that up. Yeah, I mean, you can see people are, I'm not showing it, people like draw the art way more sexualized than it is. I'm trying to if I can find it. I honestly can't even remember which one it was now. Fuck. Hold on. I'll find it. Give me a second. Give me a second. This. It was literally this. And this is if you completed all the missions and did everything. Was it super appropriate? No. I mean, it was obviously kind of dumb. But, like, to act like you spent the entire game like that and she was always a sexualized character? No. You know? So, anyway. So, going into this, just understand that Samus as a character has not been super sexualized, has not been any of that, okay? So
We're going to delve deep into the story of how the creator of Metroid almost killed Metroid. It's 2002, and Nintendo brought back their sci-fi action franchise to the GameCube with...
Oh yeah, and then this is the other thing. So you have to remember, Metroid Prime comes out 2002, okay? In Metroid Prime, is it brought up that Samus is a girl? No. She's just a badass bounty hunter who's murdering pirates.
The amount of young kids playing Smash Brothers in 99 and 2000 asking, what's a Samus? Anyway, we're not going to get into the nitty and or gritty of Metroid Prime here, as its development was a whole other thing, a very risky and experimental take on the series that shouldn't have worked. Like, at all, but became one of the reasons to own Nintendo's purple lunchbox. Along with it, perhaps as a precaution, they also fast-tracked a less expensive, safer bet with the aforementioned Metroid Fusion, a familiar-feeling 2D side-scroller for the Game Boy Advance. There hadn't been a new entry in the franchise since 1994, and since then, the Castlevania series had become the standard bearer for Metroidvanias, or to be more accurate, the genre.
Well, to be fair to that dude in chat, Nintendo has sexualized Samus pretty hard recently. As bad as other games, as bad as other studios, no. But, like, when Samus's sexualization is, like, down here, even going to a regular level of sexualization is, like, a large jump. Going from Zero Suit Samus isn't a thing. It doesn't even exist in the original Smash. It's not even a concept. To all of a sudden Samus is hanging out in Zero Suit for half the story of Smash Brothers. And like all her games now have her hanging out in Zero Suit. And now she has big, huge boobies and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, even though that's like regular levels of sexualization, it's still a very large jump from where she used to be.
Genre which from now should be known as search action. God, that's so great. Sakamoto, a designer.
Okay, I really hate how he comes up with his own terms and then sucks his dick on them and keeps using them from the entire video. I don't know if he does it ironically or if he does it like intentionally, but it actually gets really annoying either way.
Designer and artist for the NES original and director of one of the greatest games of all time, Super Metroid, was tasked with handling Fusion and had very little input on the Prime series overall. Now, in terms of fan expectations, and even probably internally within Nintendo, it would be easy to assume that Fusion was going to be the slam dunk. It had an original creator working on it, and it was firmly sticking to its 2D roots.
Right, so you can see in all these games, Samus isn't sexualized at all. She's literally just a bounty hunter. She's killing pirates, hunting monsters. Okay? So this is the majority of Samus games. This is like 99.9%.
Linear gameplay and mission structure caused some to view it as inferior when stacked up against the mighty Super Metroid. Meanwhile, the Prime series only kept building with phenomenal reviews and strong sales. Echoes followed 2 years later, and Nintendo ushered in both the Wii and DS generations with Corruption and Hunters respectively, and both were made by Western studios, as well as pushing first person as the dominant style for the series. Conversely, Conversely, Sakamoto and his team were tasked with doing a simple remake of the original NES outing with Zero Mission, an entry that again, while good, was overshadowed as it came out only a few months before the launch of the Nintendo DS, which kinda became a big deal. So, that brings us back to Sakamoto's quote from 2003, where he put forward his idea to implement more story into the Metroid universe, and it's pretty easy to deduce why. The Prime series kept Samus as silent as possible and was emphasizing complex 3D maps, puzzles, and new control methods. The 2D Metroid team at Nintendo of Japan couldn't really compete in those areas, but what they could do was offer something different. After Corruption's release in 2007, Retro Studios banana slammed into DK Island with Donkey Kong Country Returns, leaving a rare gap in Metroid releases, a gap that Sakamoto was quick to pounce on. The problem, though, was that Nintendo was firmly pushing forward with 3D games by this time, something that the Metroid handheld team had no idea how to do. The thought came to me that I could make something pretty amazing if I were to create a Metroid for Wii, but when it came to the actual development process, my team, to be completely honest, didn't have the know-how or the experience to develop something for 3D. That, and we didn't have the manpower either. I realized that I'd probably need to find a partner, someone.
So you can see here, and I'm gonna leave you guys with my own commentary. The dude's fucking jealous. The NA, the actual the American studios are slamming the Japanese studios and making better Metroids than the people who made Metroid. And they're getting really jealous of it.
Concepts a reality. I was looking for someone who not only understood my concept, but would also be able to contribute with their own experience. I was very fortunate at that time to speak with Mr. Hayashi and the team at Team Ninja. Ah yes, Team Ninja. In 2008, Captain Oatmealface was busy quitting / being fired from Tecmo, which left Yosuke Hayashi in charge of the Ninja Dojo. Hayashi, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, felt it would be a hearty challenge to help Sakamoto realize his vision, and also to provide programmers who actually understood 3D development. Team Ninja also supplied the engine, which was apparently a heavily modified version of what powered the first two Ninja Gaidens, as well as 3D artists and modelers. There is also a third player here, D-Rockets, a CGI studio who Team Ninja had worked with before on prior games. They bear special mention because instead of just an intro, an ending, and calling it a day, they would need to provide a good deal more of CGI animation, and when I say a good deal more, I mean a metric fucking shit ton. This is because Sakamoto, in his bid to provide something different than what was being offered by the Prime series, decided the world should peruse every single bland, uninteresting hallway of Samus Aran's mind.
And this is just a total, like, have you guys noticed in any of the other fucking Samus games, do they even show her face? It's not fucking important. She's like female Master Chief. You don't show her fucking face. You don't show Master Chief's face. You don't show fucking Samus's face. It's just, you don't. It's just weird.
Palace. Shortly after Other M's formal announcement, both Sakamoto and Hayashi provided some, in retrospect, hilarious quotes. The Other M story will tie together what took place in Super Metroid and Metroid Fusion. One of my goals is to present Samus as an appealing human character, and that involves explaining a little bit about what happened in her past, as well as the characters that influenced her.
I'm trying to move my camera somewhere where it won't
Big part.
interrupt.
Of course, Metroid is a very sophisticated action game as well, so our goal is to create an experience that is seamless between the cinematics and the actual gameplay. Hayashi's statement has aged even worse. One of our concepts that we like to keep in mind as we're progressing through development is to create Samus as this very appealing character, the ultimate female hero in the game universe, so we're keeping that in mind. Well, you failed. Now, Nintendo usually shies away from delving too deep into the personal backstories of its characters, and instead opts to immerse you more within the worlds themselves through clever level design, NPC dialogue, fun challenges, or just through pure atmosphere. Metroid's core appeal, however, was just how mysterious everything was. Outside of some obscure comics, you never learn much about Samus's past, the motivations of the space pirates, other than them being evil, of course, because the earlier games always prioritized the gameplay first and foremost. While playing Super Metroid, did you ever look at Samus while she's doing the Shine Spark and say, "Man, what is going on inside her head?" No, you didn't, but Sakamoto thought you did. So Other M was loaded up, not with super missiles or power bombs, but with hours of cutscenes, introducing a multitude of
But why?
people might have been familiar with, but many others would not be.
Remember me?
The main point of contention was the characterization.
It would be like taking a fucking the Halo game. Imagine this. Imagine, guys. All you guys fucking like Halo or Doom. Let's use Doom as a great example here. Let's use Doom. Imagine the next fucking Doom game, right? It's just all of a sudden, the fucking entire game is about Doom guy's backstory. They give him a name. They take his helmet off. Oh, he's not even wearing fucking armor at all. Oh, now his shirt is off. You gotta show off the muscles. He's compassionate. He's unsure about himself. He constantly questions himself. Am I good enough? Can I do this? And that's what this did.
Relationship with one Adam Malkovich, a general in the Galactic Federation. When a character has been silent and mysterious for literal decades, you're setting yourself up for disaster if you don't handle it perfectly. And fortunately, Samus
The baby.
was not
I was childish.
handled
And the baby.
perfectly.
If something like that happened again, I would hold fast to that glimmer of hope and try for redemption.
And that's a voice they gave her. What kind of a fucking voice is that for a fucking space hunting bounty pirate badass space marine thing? Well, imagine they got fucking Doom Guy comes out. What's Doom Guy's voice? He's just like, oh, I don't know if I could do this. It's so hard on me.
A combination of perhaps misguided voice direction, mistranslation, or misinterpretation of the script, or just having a horrible script, Other M in many fans' eyes is the scene of a crime. The crime of character assassination. In Other M, she's presented as whiny and overly emotional, while simultaneously also being wooden and unassuming, and these are the impressions most had of Samus through the various trailers and previews leading up to Other M's release, and were only exponentially worsened when people actually played the game.
Me? I was known for giving the thumbs down during briefing.
And we haven't even talked about the actual game yet, because aside from the bloated and divisive story, there was a whole other set of issues when it came to the
And why does she have short hair? It just...
to force the concept of art out of adversity, which is something you should never force if you have a choice. He wanted to make, and I'm quoting him here, a Metroid game anyone can play. So he decided that Samus would be controlled by a single Wii remote, forcing the developers to think outside the box on how to get all of this to work.
But why?
Complicated search action game function with a limited set of buttons.
But why?
Thank God, because by 2010 everyone was sick to death of that awfully complicated nunchuck. It's just so, yeah, what is the... The solution was for about 85% of the game to be played via the NES style of holding the Wii remote, with the remaining 15% tasked...
Long hair would get uncomfortable in the suit, but she has long hair and a ponytail. That's literally her look. That's literally her look. Guys, that's literally her look. This is her fucking look. Yeah, I know she's super sexualized as shit these days. Don't just, but it's her look. That's her look. She's a pretty blonde and she's got the long ponytail. That's her fucking look. Imagine they got Doom Guy and he fucking rolls out with a mohawk.
The player to clunkily swing the remote forward to switch to a first-person mode, which will allow you to attack in first person. This was primarily used for boss fights and the just really weird and awkward point-and-click investigative sections, which again was something many felt didn't really work. It was trying to be both a fast 2.5D action platformer and a first-person shooter. Sometimes. That blistering fast 2.5D action was the one thing that Team Ninja brought to the table that at least felt a bit refreshing. The game was gorgeous for the Wii, ran at a silky frame rate, and had some amazing fighting animations for the finishing moves that weren't too over the top for the franchise, instead fitting snugly just under the top. Because of all this, however, Samus was a bit too incredibly overpowered. Her new dodge move gave her complete invincibility from enemy attack, she could recover both health and missiles by simply charging a button, and the sense of dread and isolation Metroid was known for certainly didn't feel very dreadful or isolating. You were absolutely beasting on bosses and bopping their shit while yucking it up with a platoon of soldiers, John Malkovich, and a bunch of nerds throughout the entire story. In terms of gameplay, probably the most egregious change, and part of Sakamoto's "A Metroid anyone can play" mantra, was the exploration had been greatly reduced. You acquired the least amount of new items in any Metroid up to that point. There was also like one extra suit that barely looked any different, and since Adam needed to give Samus permission to use 90% of her shit, you didn't need to explore to find 90% of her shit. You just needed to progress in the story. Simply put, almost every core aspect of the series was either simplified or stripped out altogether. You know, why have exploration or power-ups or a heavy atmosphere when you can just have the baby, the deleter, the baby, delete. So, Other M was received much more savagely from fans, more so than critics, but even positive reviews would make mention of the game's flaws, and due to whatever other factors, wound up being a sales disappointment for Nintendo, with former president of NOA, Reggie Fils-Aimé, stating as such shortly after it launched. We believe that Metroid Other M should be a million-unit title. We're not going to get there, not through the holiday, and we are doing a lot of thinking as to why. Because it's a great game. The consumer reaction, because of the quality, has been strong. I think the marketing was strong, advertising was very good, and the social media we did was very positive. Well, Nintendo certainly took their time thinking, because for the next decade, they released only 2 other titles featuring the intergalactic bounty hunter that fits inside a tiny metal ball. Those games were, of course, the 3DS spin-off Federation Force and the remake of the Game Boy title Return of Samus, with both having minimal involvement by Sakamoto. In fact, ever since Other M, Sakamoto has been relegated to producing WarioWares, Rhythm Heavens, Tamagotchi Life, and some various other obscure fare. Now, here's the thing. Everything I just outlined about Other M, the story, the gameplay, the controls, everything went exactly as planned. It was textbook. Nintendo didn't interfere or try to dilute the director's vision. There was no significant engine problems. The 3 teams had enough manpower and budget, and the entire project lasted for a svelte 3 years. Sakamoto has since claimed that if he was to do Metroid Other M all over again, he wouldn't change a thing, and that he regretted absolutely no decisions made on the project.
That's why you work on WarioWare now.
Any aspect that could have been done any better, and that he saw his entire vision all the way through to completion, which I guess is pretty admirable. Sticking to your guns despite many opinions to the contrary. Fortunately, Metroid Prime 4 was announced in 2017, under development by a mysterious, still unnamed studio that was based maybe in Japan Japan or China, was then cancelled and then restarted development from the ground up back at Retro Studios, who were working on their own unannounced title up until then, which may or may not be cancelled. Okay, so I guess in the next few years we might be slipping on the various suit once again here on What Happened. Thanks once more to Ian for nominating the baby for this week's episode. And if you'd like to do much of the same, Spider-Ball your
Why does she have a fucking Sailor Moon
force
transformation?
me to tackle the game or movie you'd like to see in the future.
It's like a fucking parody.
Thanks for watching.
Oh god. Okay, what else we want to watch here? Yeah, so that's basically why Metroid Prime, not Metroid. That's why Other M could suck a dick. They didn't go into it, but yes. Like Team Ninja is known for extremely over-sexualized female characters. It was pretty obvious where it was gonna go. It was pretty obvious what was gonna happen. So yeah. You guys want to watch 3 hours of Berserk Saga Part 2? You guys want to go through 3 hours of Berserk? The Fiora video, am I recommended? Yeah, fuck that. What do we got here? Mitten Squad? Is he the one who does, like, can you beat Fallout New Vegas for the 90th time? Yeah, I've watched a few of his. No, Samus has not always been a sexualized character. Suck a dick. Suck a dick. Suck a dick. Dono Wall? Yeah, I'm ignoring you guys. Dono Wall time, bitches. Donate to be heard. You guys are getting the silent treatment right now. Get the silent treatment, bitches. Silent treatment time. Oh my god, my recommended is a sack of shit. Well, what the... These are terrible. These are awful. Shut up, Jan Puri, or as I'm gonna call you, Sad Puri. I mean, the problem is Other M's hasn't even happened, truth be told. Like, they haven't really expanded the plot since Other M, so... Oh my god, I can't fucking find anything I want to watch. Guys, give me some. Any games here? What do you guys got for me? Give me something. Give me something. Anything. You guys want to watch an hour 32 minutes of Was Fable 2 as good as I remember? Just watch every Seth video. I have. Multiple times. Can't keep watching them my entire life. Oh, see, I was talking to you guys about this the other day. See how Legend of Total War? He's at 2.5 thousand viewers for Total War. If I go and I look at if I look at Twitch, right? Okay, I don't know why this shit's being a bitch, but okay, well, I don't, Twitch is, yeah, the most viewed one on Twitch is 400 people. AVGN, I'm gonna be honest, his stuff is not that great lately, but it's still watchable. The other day, it was literally a few hours ago. Hey, shut up. What are you still watching me after hours? Hey, shut up, buddy. Come on. What are you doing to me, man? What are you doing? Guys, are there none of these are striking a fancy with anyone? Ooh. Here's what we'll do. We'll hold up. We're gonna watch this one right here.
Yeah, the AI works on Ronald McDonald, and I'm just here to see if I can be one to take it down. Oh God, no! Okay, so far things have not gone well. Okay, so this is what I'm getting myself into today. Oh, we hit him. Okay, and yep, I'm gonna die to this, aren't I? What was that combo? Oh! No! No! Help me! Okay, so that didn't go well. Yeah, I guess he's just too powerful for the game. So I feel like if I play this right, Zetterburn can be one to bring it home. Okay, good start for us. God, the fact that he can use these burger projectiles to his advantage is just... It's scary. Oh, he's dash dancing. Dude, I never thought to optimize burgers like he is, and I'm dead. Oh, wait, that's big. That's big. That's a death on Ronald. I really just got to kill him 3 times before he gets meter. At least that's what it feels like to me. And sometimes it just doesn't feel possible to beat this fast food menace. Okay, Ronald, it's not as cute the second time. All right, we have lip. Oh my God, I might die here. Please, Ronald, please. Jeez, it's so crazy because you definitely feel like you have a chance there for a second, and then Ronald just strips you away from every right you've ever had. I've told 8% to him. Here's the thing. When I was a little kid, I was scared of clowns. And that doesn't even come close to the terror that Ronald is doing on me. All I'm saying is that I don't think capitalism is that hype anymore. All right, I'm counterpicking him to Doki Doki. He does not stand a chance here. Okay, I'm just kidding. Come on. It's so hard because he gets so much off so little. I'm just an honest low tier. Sure, and not just like my character choice, just me as a person. If he touches me once, I die, huh? Crazy how that works, isn't it? I wanted to beat him with someone of the original cast, but this counts, right? Oh, dang it, the game crashed. It definitely felt like I was about to win that one. All right, I am already giving up on the Rivals cast. If anyone can do it, it's my man Luigi. God, look at this optimization with the burgers. This mantis is insane. Wait, hold up. Oh! All Ronald is teaching me is how much more room my Ronald has to improve. Because he is, I can't touch him. How could you possibly beat this demon? I just feel like every time he touches me, I'm supposed to die. If I live, that just means he allowed me to. Well, that is one way to net a kill. And that's one hell of a way to lose one. That one honestly did not feel too bad. If I just spam side B, I think I can kill him with this. That makes complete sense. Did you see that he hit me at 0 and I died? I'm gonna die. Oh God, I'm gonna die. Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna waste your time. This has to be the one who can do it. Like, the thing is, when he puts cheese on the ground, I just don't know how to combat it. Wait, I feel like I have a fighting chance here. Look at this. He's just hamburger camping me. And I'm not scared of it anymore. Just kidding. I'm gonna die. Dude, I'm doing my absolute best to not get touched a single time, and I'm dead. Okay. I'm so pissed. I was holding in on that entire combo because I didn't want to die. And I held out once. Look at this bastard. And realized that this is the strongest life form in existence. Dude, I'm just saying, if Fox can't do it, no one can. Oh, wait, this is it. This is it. Oh, look at that. Fox, baby. We got this. The year's 2020, which means it truly is 20XX. Oh, we got this. Are we about to 3-stock Ronald? Well, no. What? Oh, Fox, baby, we did it. Fox McCloud, we can do it. To be fair, I had to go what is essentially the most broken character in not only Melee, but also Rivals of Aether, and I still barely beat him.
Oh my god. Okay, fine. We will, hold on. I'm gonna change the ducking. Okay, when I'm laughing now, it should still duck,
I feel like I got a little,
but it won't duck as hard, okay?
and he doesn't
The
really let those
audio,
fly,
I mean.
does he? God, look at my tech skill. I'm gonna die because he parried that one.
It just looks so funny.
Landing. He just hamburger camps you, and like it sounds obscene to say that, but oh my god. Did you get the download on my Fox? Can I just not win anymore? I feel like one loss was one too many to him. And like he just can't even sleep at night knowing what happened. And yeah, I'm dead, aren't I? Do you see this unrelenting pressure? Like, how am I supposed to get on Ronald? I just feel like there is truly no winning. If Ronald decides he's gonna win, so be it. I feel like I understand it now though, because I cannot fight this force expecting it to be another character in Rivals of Aether, because this is no longer a game made by Dan Fernacey. This is now Ronald's world, and I'm just lucky enough that he's letting me live in it. All right, Reimu. If you beat Ronald, you get to be in Smash. Come on, I believe in you. Dude, how did I beat the burger camping though? Like, that's the part that kills me more than anything. I don't think this is the run. I'm fully convinced my Fox just got lucky that one time. Dude! How do you beat this? Oh, that was such a sick combo. He covered so much. Wait, I just gotta grab him once. Grab him once. Oh, that's it. That's my win condition. Yes, baby, we got this. Play lame, win games. How did I drop the easiest chain grab in the world? You know what? I deserve that loss, honestly. Oh, can you read me? Can you avenge the monster that killed Fox? Oh, no, nope. All right, doesn't look like it. Oh, that's the double dip I'm looking for. We can do this. We can do this. Wait, I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh, the tech. Wait, no, not the burgers. Huh? That was awful DI. That was some Burger King DI right there. And trust me, Ronald, I am trying to have it my way. Oh, Ronald, you ready to eat fresh? Oh, we got it. Yo, it hurts. I can only beat him with the spacies. And I say that as if it's like a guaranteed win. Oh, the down air though. That's all I need. Yeah, taunt on him, Falco. Let him know. Wait, no, we still living. Okay, I've learned not to jump there. That's how you get hamburger to death. It's just the hamburger's making it. What? Look, I don't care if Dan
the fucking Ronald McDonald just doing the fucking aura combos is just so funny to me, man.
Blame him as if he did, because here's the thing, he's the one who allowed this monstrosity to exist in the first place, and the one who allowed my existence to cease. Oh, okay, the zero death for the first time ever. Can we hold this victory? That was such a good tech on my part. Oh god, I feel like I understand the game so much more because of Ronald here. He is helping me so much. The thing is, no matter what may happen to me for the rest of my life, I don't think anything will strike as much fear in me as Ronald McDonald. That was so nasty. Every now and then, I can find a character that can beat Ronald, but it only feels like I can do it with characters who are obviously supposed to be broken. And I think Mario is too honest. Well, at least more honest than, say, I don't know, Ronald.
I don't, like, I've played these sorts of games before, and I just don't fucking understand what are these just insane mechanics that Ronald can do. Like, it's a Smash game, right? But he seems to be able to cancel any ability, even in mid-fucking air, into a full health combo.
I don't know what I should be doing differently, because honestly, I don't think I'm playing bad. I just think I'm playing against Ronald McDonald and his hamburgers.
But he's also got range spam.
Tomorrow, and I'm just gonna have flashbacks to this, and I'm just gonna tense up and be like, God, I don't want a single hamburger. I think Lynn is also too honest, and Honesty in this game just results in that. I'm sure that when you asked Dan where he thought his game was going to be in 3 years, he wouldn't have said George Costanza fighting Ronald McDonald. But you know what? It's a surprise for all of us. Wait, he hamburgered himself to death. That was my strategy all along. I feel like I now know how to get to Ronald. Oh my God! Who was ready for that revert? Wait, he hamburgered himself to death again. I can do this. I just have to take one honest... I'm just in utter disbelief. Because really, I didn't earn any of those stocks. And that's kind of how I feel right now. This little Mudkip says, thanks for playing, Alfred and Adam. Well, you won't be thanking me after this, Mudkip. Tetris! This is how I beat him! Alright, I think I can actually do this. He is going to deal as much damage as he can, but I can Tetris like no one has ever Tetris before. Oh, you may try your best, Mr. Ronald, but I have a little secret weapon, and oh God, so does he! No? Oh, take it. Take that. Yes, yes! Not only am I laying blocks, I am laying the grave of Ronald McDonald. Take this and one of these too. I feel like people are really sleeping on Tetris's potential in this meta because it looks like Ronald just cannot comprehend what's going on.
Why is it text so fast too?
This dude's just hitting everything. Just find that L piece.
Like if this is a Smash character,
was that
why does he just attack so fast?
Ronald ever earned an honest win? No. Speaking of cheap wins, he thinks he can beat me, but no one can beat. Wait, no one can beat the Dwayne. Well, that actually covers my whole list of characters who I thought could beat him. But honestly, it just feels so unfair winning with these characters. So I'm gonna try and face them in an honest duel. I feel like I understand the characters so much more now. Oh my. I was wrong. This is my game plan. I just gotta play.
It's like he's playing a Smash character, but he plays him like it's a normal fighting game character. He does like a full fucking ground combo into a fucking air combo. It's just like, how does he do it?
Easy, cover the ground and I still die, huh?
He's got like launchers and shit.
Don't let me die to that. Oh my God! He hit me once! Well, I just got embarrassed. Who cares if it's a shameless victory? A victory is still a victory, no matter how you earn it, unless you play Yoshi. Oh, that was almost my life. Oh, we got him. Not bad. Why do I keep doing that? That was a little cheeky. I understand, but trust me, cheeky's all we got right now. Oh, my fox! It's moving! We got this! Oh, well. We still won. But trust me, I felt it. It still hurt. Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up here. And someone told me that if I select the gold Ronald McDonald, for some twisted reason, he becomes turbo mode. Oh my God! Oh my God, I was not ready for that. Oh no! That is not what I expected. Oh, wait, come on. Wait, I gotta grab. This is our win condition. We can do this. Oh, come on, that didn't kill. Wait, he heals. He regenerates. Okay, so Golden Ronald was definitely a bit more
Golden Ronald
than I expected. I'm turning infinite lives on. It's no longer, can I beat Ronald? It's how long does it take until I can take one stock off him? Yeah, let it all out. Okay. It's just an opening. It's so scary because I essentially lose one stock right where the game begins. He just touches me. He just auras on me, and it's over. There's nothing I can do about it. Dude, he is almost fully healed, and I can't do anything about it. Wait. Oh, I thought I had something there for a second. I just gotta remember, I will never have something, will I? I would be so impressed if anyone out there can play an 8-minute game against Golden Experience Ronald and go even with him. Because that, spoiler alert, I don't think we're going even. I'm putting a bounty on Gold Ronald. You know what? Hell, even 1 minute. Can anyone defeat this bastard? How am I supposed to catch it? How? The story ends right there. This book's got 1 chapter. It's not even long enough to satisfy your 2nd grade reading list. Did I do it? It feels like I finally beat a boss. What's so crazy is though, if you look at the score right here, that kill didn't even count as a victory for me. It counted as an SD for him. He's just so powerful where he goes out on his own terms, I guess. Mortals just can't take him out. Oh, come on, get 1 in there. Oh my God, I'm dead. Just put me out of my St. Louis, Missouri.
Boing.
McDonald's, how may I help you?
Hello, sir. I have been brutally attacked by beloved mascot Ronald McDonald.
What is this? Ronald McDonald? Oh, okay. So what else we got? Watch Rav? What's Rav? A Mitten video? Oh man. I feel like Mitten's gonna be too slow paced for what we're going for, you know?
I think we're ready to start with.
What do we got here? Can beat Borderlands by using every weapon you find. Can beat Fallout 4 with only a machete. Cripple. I mean, some of these are super slow paced. A lot of these, like, the joke isn't even that it's funny. It's kind of that the joke is that they're not funny. You know what I mean? And I feel like that wouldn't. I feel like these wouldn't be very good. Let's just look. I don't think any of these would be very good. Not like here. Let me see here. Can you share a short, funny video? Yeah, I mean, go for it. I'm trying to think. This one's kind of funny, but if you don't know what New Vegas is, you won't get the jokes. I'm trying to look here. What would be one? Yeah, Salt Factory. They do the speedrunning stuff. Yeah, I've seen them.
Super Mario World is probably the easiest game of all time. If speedrunners can beat it in under 10 minutes, how can it be hard? Like with all things in life, if you want something hard, you've got to take matters into your own hands. Can you beat Super Mario World without running? See that title, that one on your screen right now? Yeah, that was clickbait. I am doing a without running playthrough, but that's not all I'm doing. I attempted a couple different Mario's World challenges earlier this year, and they were all too easy. To spice things up, I thought it would be interesting to try a Super Mario World game without attacking.
Oh my god, okay, we're gonna do... Let's try this one.
Throughout your time spent playing Fallout 4, you're bound to use chems at some point to give yourself the edge over your opponent for a brief moment. And you've more than likely experienced a chem addiction.
The thing is, his videos are super slow burn.
Of the negative aspects of going through withdrawal. But what if you wanted to experience all the pain? Can you beat Fallout 4 while addicted to every chem in the game? Because every special stat would be affected when experiencing withdrawal from dozens of different substances at once, I named myself Doug, the Drug Slug, set every special stat to 4, and raced to the vault. Now that the end of the world is upon us, I can explain a little about this run. The thing is, there's no real way to do it without console commands. The point is to be addicted to everything for the entire duration of the game. You could scavenge the world for chems and alcohol,
Well, yeah, the whole point is that the jokes do fall flat. Like, that's the point, is that it is dumb. It's hard to explain, but they're kind of like fun to watch, but I feel like
from tradition. I'll be covering some old-ass game that's probably very obscure, long, frustrating, dehumanizing, but also very fun. Ask yourself, have you ever wanted to experience the role-playing equivalent of poisoning yourself repeatedly?
I am afflicted.
For many weeks.
I got dibs on his stuff.
Until you gradually build up a tolerance for self-inflicted pain and suffering. You see, much like eating a bag of raw potatoes, do it in one go and you might die, but do it gradually and you might live. Keep at it and you might just start enjoying it. I present to you Wizardry 8.
It's like one of my favorite videos.
2001 by the Canadian government. Wizardry 8 is one of the finest torture devices to be released on the personal computer. Wizardry 8 takes place in the Dragon Ball Z extended universe. You and your party are space-traveling aliens hired by the Wookiees to retrieve all 3 remaining Dragon Balls, the Astral Domine, the Chaos Malari, and the Destiny Dominus, and use them to ascend as literal gods and reshape the universe. Ascension takes place on a planet called Dominus. Unfortunately, the process of ascension has been complicated by the involvement of a dark savant, who, to put it simply, is Space Hitler, setting up an interplanetary anti-Semitic blockade around Dominus. Unfortunately, your ship bears the Mark of David and is quickly shot out of the sky, forcing you to make a crash landing. All things considered, that's not too bad. Except, Space Hitler has also rigged the planet with a nuclear payload that is large enough to glass the entire surface, in case anyone who isn't Space Hitler tries to ascend. I hope you're following all this, because this is just the intro. And now I'm gonna quickly summarize the plot to help you understand how amazing this game is. Space Hitler is not very popular. As a result, he loses the only Dragon Ball he has to the Italian Mafia, because he neglected to pay their godfather, Don Barlone. By the way, the Italian Mafia in this game is composed of rats and speak in an Italian-American accent.
Me? I'm always in top form, not just Ratkin. Razooka, pal! Yeah, the Order of Tar. You might consider us a family of sorts.
Don Barlone switches out the Astral Domine with a shiny salt lick. The melanated master finds out and has an autistic tantrum in front of you. You'll come to find this is a common theme. You take the imitation and buy the real thing. It costs most of your life savings, so instead of paying, you might try and whack him instead. Luckily, the best tricks are so nice that they work twice. First, you gotta get chummy with the Umpani or the Trang. This is the choice between authoritarian rhinos or literal bugmen that reproduce faster than India. I usually roll Umpani because we share a common bond in our attraction to anthropomorphic rhino girls. Siding with one of those lets you visit the local Wookiee embassy to have a look at their Chaos Malari. And by having a look at their Chaos Malari,
He seems like an honest, trusting guy, and those are my favorite kinds of people.
I mean snatching it in front of them, apologizing sincerely, and then replacing it with a knockoff glass bulb. Then you gotta find the Destiny Dominus, which is really the search for enlightenment. As the source of all knowledge in the universe, you find it naturally by consuming a lot of psilocybin, DMT, and ayahuasca. So you can project yourself to a higher plane of consciousness and talk with Joe Rogan. With all 3 Dragon Balls in your dragon sack, there's still the small matter of nuclear oblivion. So you gotta go up north and offer your sweet body to a goat demoness. This game was very progressive for its time, because Alcedexis is fiercely heterosexual and rejects the very concept of scissoring. She also rejects the concept of monetizable content, because her milk jugs are anything but modest. Anyway, to disarm the bomb, you have to get inside it. How? By breaking and entering into people's bedrooms, because, logically speaking, one of them is bound to have a direct access interdimensional portal into the bomb, which can be disabled by pressing random keys and getting lucky. With a bomb no longer armed, you smack the savant, leaving him disarmed. The savant dies, but in his death reveals to you the ultimate truth, that he's been using a voice changer on Discord this whole time, and He's not actually that dark. The end. Any questions? No? Then in that case, welcome to Wizardry 8. I love this game. Now let's talk about playing it. To play, you need to make a party. From characters you make yourself. If I said there's a lot of options, that would be an understatement. You can be anything you want to be. Humans, non-humans, subhumans, furries, scalies, more furries, and even short kings. There's so many short kings in this game, you can pick by your preferred size. Anything from 5'11" kings to a 5'10" pocket prince, who are so light at this point they get carried away by the wind. Race. Is there a link between race and I? There's 11 races, and that's only including ones you can pick. There's about 16 in total. Do anything you want to do, and I mean it. I don't care how many classes your game has, because Wizardry 8 has 15, including, but not limited to, fighters, which fight, Valkyries, which fight using female privilege to avoid death, ninjas, which fight with the empty space representing their lack of contribution to the team until 2 weeks into the average game. However, if you rolled a fairy ninja, congratulations, because your pocket prince can now solo the entire game. Alchemist makes potions and breaks the economy by making infinite potions you can sell for infinite money, letting you buy everything in the entire game. 10 out of 10, working as intended. Gadgeteer, who uses an unconventional form of weaponry. A gun. But that's the boring part. The interesting part is overloading a microwave in a monastery, ripping out the microwave chip, and using it to give your enemies brain tumors. Gadgets are essentially random pieces of trash duct taped together to inexplicably cause widespread devastation. And if you think that sounds ridiculous, then let me tell you about the bard. In most games, a bard plays music, keeps up morale, and probably cooks and cleans for the party as well. In Wizardry 8, the droning melody of a bard's bagpipe brings pandemonium, the plucking of his harp causes cerebral hemorrhaging, and the blowing of his horn results in nuclear fallout. Building the optimal six-man party is difficult. Explaining is difficult, and we don't have time. Here's my build. Follow it, copy it, enjoy it. It's very powerful, very well-rounded, and gives you a complete first experience of a game. By the way, this game's got a lot of voice dialogue.
I've got a surprise for you. Stand still so you can get it between the eyes.
And most of it comes from your own party.
I almost feel normal.
There's 18 different personalities for each gender.
There will be many implements of destruction at my disposal, yeah?
Which is 36 fully voiced personalities in total.
Yeah, slice 'em, dice 'em, no sense being nice to 'em. That's my motto.
And that's absolutely nuts. Now, on to the fun stuff. I present to you all my current party. That's right, I manually imported all this to work inside the game. By the way, they're fully animated. The portraits, not even that bad. But manually animating the eyes and mouth, yeah, that took a while. As our first fighter, we got Internet Historian. Physically, he's a giant. Mentally, he's...
Ah, a trap. I wonder what would happen if I just pulled this thing here!
He's very stable. Mr. Mandalore as our second fighter, whose voice I absolutely adore.
How exciting. I think I'm improving. Oh no. More people. They just keep coming. And coming. I'm getting stressed.
It's just so expressive. As our morally bankrupt, backstabbing, conniving, and scheming Jew, we got my man Uber Danger as a rogue who sounds exactly as he does in real life.
I'd rather be recognized with cash, but a rise in status will do. Oh yeah, this is amazing. Nothing special. Yeah, probably worthless. I'll just hang on to it for us. You go on and fight. I'll guard the rear.
For spellcasters, I put Frederick Knudsen as our resident psionic. There's nothing wrong with him. He's actually the most well-adjusted of the entire group.
Gotcha! I am glad to be alive again, though the stillness of death was not totally objectionable.
Also, I put him as female. Sorry, Fred baby, but the best jewelry in this game is for girls. And we need to min-max. Myself as the party's dark, brooding alchemist.
Ordinary men fear the power of darkness. I revel in it.
Who, over the course of the story, has been one-shot many times.
The dead guy! What was his name?
Thanks so very much. Why did you tear me from death's sweet embrace?
And finally, Ken Ashcorp as our local priest.
Be careful! I can't believe we're wasting time talking to a chipmunk!
Who's also completely unhinged. I did originally consider adding Pyrocynical to the team, but unfortunately, YouTube does not let me feature minors in this video. There's a lot to do in Wizardry. Explore amazing places, visit the swamp, catch malaria, climb a tree, get body blocked for hours by hamsters, go to the only functional city in the game with a grand total population of about 12 people, get harassed by Space Hitler and the androids of the Fourth Reich, head to the bar, get blackmailed, go to the bank, because of course it's still open, go to the airport, because why not? Because this is the one game where you can talk to a starship and tell it to go fuck itself. The dialogue system in this game is nothing short of amazing. You have to manually write down, memorize, and figure out the keywords for conversational topics you're interested in. The game will then try to identify your intent and produce you a fully voiced answer.
Amusing yourself, are you?
There's not many NPCs in this game, but I remember every single one of them. Whether it's the Umpani and their militaristic tendencies.
Oh, come on now, stupid thing. Get in there. Perfect. Oh no, oh no.
The slick-talking Don Barlone of Arazuka.
We keep our end of the deal, you know. But he slips town before he pays our fee. So, we're here to collect. But he ain't gonna pay. That ain't a problem. We get our cash, and you get your prize. And the Dark Savant gets shafted.
Or even your own biological daughter, conceived as a result of sleeping around with demons, because their voice acting is absolutely fantastic. Some can even be convinced to join your party. Unfortunately, most of them are highly superstitious of their own planet, and won't go where you want them to.
You know what, boys? This place reminds me of a song I wrote called I Ain't Going There No Way, No How.
The workaround to this is running them to exhaustion with a heavy backpack, knocking them unconscious, and forcibly dragging them past the load screen. Once they wake up, they'll complain and bitch about this breach of consent, which is why people generally avoid them, except RFS-81, who is the best boy, because, unlike everyone else, he's not programmed to be a bitch. Quests are also equally brilliant, until you get stuck, until you get frustrated and desperate enough to read the damn walkthrough instead. There's no shame in that, because I do it. And I finished the game twice. Some of my favorite quests include protecting a verified Twitter user from hateful comments online by crushing someone into meat paste after luring them in using the sweet aroma of a female girl, getting motion sickness from the mine tunnels, and of course retrieving the black box flight recorder of a crashed ship so you can triangulate the position of Space Hitler's ship and use a heavy surface-to-air battery to shoot him out of the sky.
3, 2, 1, firing.
Yeah, this game goes 0 to 100 real fast. Anyway, let's get back to something sensible, like using medieval weaponry to kill fantasy creatures. The biggest part of this game, from beginning to end, from the moment you wake up on that beach to the moment you pass out each day from exhaustion, is combat. This game has a lot of fighting. A lot of fighting. The hardest thing in this game is to simply walk unmolested through a short forest trail, which is physically impossible, because every step of the way you'll be harassed, molested, and physically assaulted by the entire regional populace. Should you survive your first experience of the great outdoors, you'll reach Arnica, the first city in the game. And don't worry, that's where I also let my guard down, sleeping with a door open, peeking out from a dusty window, only to catch a faint glimpse of moving pixels in your peripheral vision. I'm very sorry, but you're now in combat with the entire city, because even civilization is an unstoppable barrage of random encounters. To understand my frustration, here's an example. Previously, I have walked 5 meters on a tropical island, got jumped by crustaceans, walked 5 meters back because I realized I was going the wrong way, got jumped by more crustaceans, only to walk forward again and get jumped by the same group of crustaceans which have now respawned. This wouldn't be so bad if combat wasn't turn-based, but it is, and it's slow. This won't hit you immediately, but but believe me, it will. And once it does, the following information will make sense. Hello, future viewer. Like you, I have also had a mental breakdown after watching combat animations for many hours. So, I've installed the Wizardry 8 speed mod to quicken animations. I'm running Wiz 8 fast at 625 times speed, and I'm simultaneously speed hacking the game with Cheat Engine at 3 times speed. And it's still slow, but don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean combat is easy. It's absolutely the opposite. It's sadistically hard. It doesn't care, and it's going to keep beating you until you break.
She was a saint! A saint!
Sure, you can put down the difficulty. You're still gonna get shredded by the 10 plus juggernauts that just came out of camouflage. The only way to avoid dismemberment is to play intelligently. This game is a constant battle of overwhelming odds versus your own capacity to game the system. To charge the juggernauts is suicide. They swing potentially 3 times a turn, and they're not stupid. They're gonna surround you, flank you, and hack your spellcasters to pieces. Positioning is important. Instead of charging, we herd them into a choke point. Their numbers become worthless, and we reduce the fight into a glorified meat grinder. And that's not hyperbole. Enemies get visibly wounded the more you hurt them. It provokes a very Pavlovian response, as I get satisfaction from seeing whatever has inconvenienced me get reduced to a bloody pulp. Other times I'm left thinking, Jesus fucking Christ, please stop. Just put him out of his misery, as I'm beating a bandit so hard that we've ripped the very skin off his face, and his skull is visibly poking through the flesh. Tactics are important. Your fighters do most of the damage. Your mages control the battlefield. Why deal with a crowd when you can make the crowd insane and kill each other in a psychotic rage? And if that doesn't work, paralyze them, curse them, give them topical dermatitis, make them throw up, and induce nausea. You know the best way to stop an animal attack? Diarrhea. Because it's very hard to focus on anything when your ass is exploding. However, any status that affects enemies can affect you as well. And you'll find it's very hard for your party to focus when they're in the process of getting vored and digested by wild animals.
Something's different, but I can't put my finger on it.
Luckily, combat is extremely rewarding. You only have to win a couple of fights appropriate to your level to level up. With that comes increased stats, skills, and spells to expand your options. Also, the game gets harder. Early game might be spent on the verge of death, but given time, you'll find that this is a constant state of tension, except you're no longer afraid of it. Instead, you learn to enjoy it and even revel in the act as you realize you're quite good at it. I do, however, have some critique. 1. Traps. Traps are randomized, and one of them stole 90% of my current assets. Philosopher's Bane turns your gold into lead, and I forgot to quick save. On the other hand, my critique is also praise, because traps are a perfect example of how goddamn good the sound design is in this game. First, you gotta tumble around to try and guess the mechanism. Next, you need to try and disarm them one at a time. Listen to this. The sound is so goddamn crispy that you can physically feel the tension as your rogue fiddles with the machinery, which can snap at any given moment. Good God, I love it. Just remember to save. 2. Lockpicking. Lockpicking is not based. It is cringe. It is an endless hell of clicking tumblers to make them rise, only to watch the rest fall as you persist in your futile struggle. Which is why I strongly recommend you use earth magic to magically hold the tumblers, because otherwise you're gonna have a bad time. 3. Pickpocket.
I'm gonna make a chat in your server for video recommendations to watch. Hello, S1 Pimple. Ugh. Okay, I think I'm gonna be done for now. I'm tired. Yeah. I'll probably be back tomorrow, but yeah, I'm gonna be done for now. So yeah, I'm gonna be done for now. I'll be back tomorrow. Finish the video. Oh, you guys can look at the video. Or, well, actually, you can't unless I can. Oh, here I'll share. Start at there. Don't say I never did anything for you people. And I use that word lightly. People. So, see you everybody. Have a good day. Ready to rest your time. Bye bye, everyone. Hope you all have fun. Have a great rest of your day, rest of your time. See everybody. It's not the same. Well, what do you guys want me to do? Like a weekly Sunday video power hour or something? I don't know. Anyway, bye-bye everybody. Have a great rest of your time. Bye everyone. See ya. Bye.